This is my visual theatre presentation for the costumes. My name is David Charmley and my student number is n8310190. This presentation will range from about 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes, starting from this point. Alright, so to understand how I've used the costumes for my play of Hamlet, or my interpretation of it, is to understand my vision. When reading through the play, I came across this discovery of binaries. I found that a lot of the characters tended to have an opposite character to go with them, so representing these two binaries. So in Hamlet's case, he has Laertes, so Hamlet is a character that doesn't act very much. He doesn't, he's not very impulsive, he's a thinker. Whereas Laertes, is impulsive, and he's not in it very much, but as soon as he finds out his father's dead or that something's going up, bang, he's right in the action. It doesn't take him long to act. And same with Horatio, Polonius, there's all these sort of opposite characters. So I really like this idea of binaries within the play of Hamlet, and I wanted to bring that to the forefront for the audience to actually see, so I put it into the design elements of my production for Hamlet. And that meant looking at elements that have binaries that you can see, visually see. So for me, I started with color, and with color, sort of one of the most obvious binaries for me is black and white. It was also interesting in Hamlet, it's this idea that it should be black and white, but it isn't, and that's the idea that the play that you see is black and white, but as you watch it and hear the contents, you realize it isn't black and white. So I wanted to work with those colors, and I wanted to put that into the costumes. And then it became sort of a happy coincidence that white is this really nice and pure color that we see. It's sort of this untainted kind of thing. It's a clean color as well. And black is this sort of color of darkness. So it was nice that the white and the black had this kind of metaphoric layer to it. So what I did was, the characters in the play, they all dress according to how pure they are in the play. So for example, I have here a design, just taken from the internet, a picture for Claudius. He wears completely black because he's a very impure character because of all the murder he's done, whereas this was an idea for Hamlet using a white coat because he's quite pure at the beginning. And with Ophelia, again, using like a white dress, and maybe Gertrude a white and a black, because she's sort of in between worlds. She's not really standing in either spot. And I had this idea that as the play goes on, the characters that maybe start pure but go impure or are affected by the impurities get these black splashes all over them, these sort of paint splatters, blood splatters. So with the initial designs for Hamlet, I have him wearing a coat. I wanted this sort of, I guess, royalty in the modern day, so something contemporary, but also something that had a slight traditional feel to it. And as you can see, it's quite a restrictive coat, because Hamlet is a man of inaction, so I thought he should have a restrictive costume. And even moving further on to my later designs, using something more like this. And so at the beginning, having a very pure look, with bits of black in there, just a hint at what's to come, a sort of foreshadowing for the impurities and evils that he's about to face, these sort of blood/paint splatters all over him. The other character that I've chosen to focus on is Ophelia. Now Ophelia, I gave quite a freeing dress, a sort of summery sort of feel to her, because I feel like she's this free spirit in the play. And she's quite open, she's quite honest. And this sort of pure, innocent kind of look to her. And then as the play progresses, she also becomes tainted by the impurities in the play and in the action. But hers is sort of self-applied to her, where Hamlet's are like splatters all over her. Ophelia's are like wipes from her hands, or hands that are covered in paint, just to work with that idea that Ophelia doesn't really get harmed physically by other people except by herself, because in the end she does kill herself. So it's that idea that it's like other people make her do this. It's the events that push her to put the impurities onto her. Yeah. Also a few things. I wanted Ophelia to be a character that had black hair, so even from the beginning, though dressed so nicely in white, there's this idea that she cannot escape the impurities, and the impurities that she has on her are actually not of her own control. It's just something she's born with. She's this very tragic character. So that's a brief overview of why I made the designs like they are, and what the designs mean There are pictures and everything to go with this video, so if you need that reference, that'll be there. I'm also hoping to leave this book in the room in the morning for you to see, hopefully to retrieve on Monday. Just let me know if you got it. Send me an email. Alright, cool. Thank you very much. Enjoy your Friday. Bye.